This episode of One for the Brooks is presented by Lily Pad Pals, a mobile childcare provider with availability here in Houston, Texas. That's right, Lily Pad Pals offers mobile childcare services as well as tutoring and transportation. Looking for a virtual learning experience for your child? Well, look no more. Lily Pad Pals also offers virtual learning assistance and on-the-go tutoring. With over 10 years of experience, Lily Pad Pals offers services 6 days a week. 6 days a week. And with the mobile services, Lily Pad Pals will take care of your child right in the comfort of your own home. To book an appointment for your mobile child care needs, you can email Lily_Courtney@yahoo.com. That's LILLY_COURTNEY@yahoo.com. Or you can visit Lily Pad Pals Instagram at Lily Pad Pals.
You have now tuned in to One for the Brooks podcast, hosted by Davy B and co-host me. Make sure you tune in every Friday for new episodes. Let's get it.
Yeah, it's not it.
Well, it's
hello. I sound like Mrs. Doubtfire. Hello. No? Who I sound like?
Yourself.
Okay. Hello, guys.
What's
How are you
going
doing?
on?
Happy
What's
Friday.
going on, man?
Welcome
Happy
to
Friday.
One for the Brooks podcast.
Welcome back, man.
Welcome
what y'all got going on?
to episode 3.
Tres.
Yes.
Oh no, that's tres.
I had to think about it. Yes.
Me too. I was like, I hope I said 3 and not 13 or something. I'm not good at Spanish, man.
Same. But yes,
Sí,
welcome
sí,
back, guys.
Sí.
How are you feeling today?
Man, I'm feeling awesome, man. I had me some coffee, man.
Ooh.
And then most importantly, man, it's Friday, man.
It's Friday.
How you feeling on this lovely Friday, man?
Let's tell the people how I accidentally drunk your coffee this morning because I thought it was my coffee.
Man.
And Brett was so mad.
So upset.
He was so mad.
Not upset, but I'm like, dang, I ain't get to drink.
And I mean, I
coffee,
drank a
man.
lot of it.
Like,
My bad.
Half, actually, like more than half.
I thought it was mine.
It's okay. It's all right.
I didn't know you had a... Okay, but yeah, anyway.
Yeah. It's all
So let's talk about that Verzuz last night.
Man. Let's talk about it.
Ooh, the ghetto. It was
Man,
ghetto.
That had to be the worst verses I've ever seen.
You think so? I think
To
Soulja
this
Boy and
day.
Bow Wow was horrible.
No. This one was the worst I have ever laid eyes on.
Was it because... First of all, I'm just still trying to figure out how they did a pre-show before the show.
I think that's what made it so janky.
Yeah. And you were like, why is Bobby Valentino and Pleasure
He's on
P
there
and all
with
the...
a muscle shirt, a white beater on, playing the piano, sweating. I'm like, what is this
Them boys was
foolishness I'm watching, man?
Them boys were geeked out.
One wish,
Ray
one
J,
wish, one wish.
I don't know what he was on.
He was on smoke. He wanted all the smoke. Him and Pleasure P, I thought they was gonna box up there, man.
And it was too much going on that I was so tired from watching them that Mario, I'm sorry.
No, what made it worse is Omarion sounded horrible by the time it started. So it was like I watched all this foolishness for Omarion to get up here and be dance moves on point. Voice was not on point.
And how did he end up changing that fast? I missed that.
Changed behind the DJ booth.
Yeah, he had on one outfit, and then by the next song, he had on, and I was just like, "What is going on?" I was so confused the whole time.
Touch.
So yeah, I didn't even get to finish Omarion and Mario part because I fell asleep.
I had to cut it off, man. It got too monkey, man.
Yeah, it was bad. And Mario, he came with the vocals for sure.
Yeah, he had the vocals for sure. If you're not a real Mario fan, I'm not. I don't know all his music. I just know the radio music. Like
I am. I had to go back and listen to some stuff.
Just a Friend and
that's it.
Your heart.
Crying out.
Yeah, what's the name of that?
Crying Out for Me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Mario came with the vocals, but I do miss when COVID was doing the Verzuz,
Yeah,
because it was different.
We talked about COVID. That pandemic, that quarantine was
it's just like now it's sloppy. I'm like, ooh,
man,
what are we watching?
Level, man. But that was janky. That was hard to watch, man.
Yeah, it was. So do you think Chris Brown would ever go on the Verzuz? Him and Usher? I saw somebody in the comments put that.
I don't
Chris
know
Brown
if
and Usher
should be
should
Usher. I mean, they should do it, but I feel like it should be somebody closer to like his age, which would kind of be hard because it's like who is it? That's closer to Chris Brown's age.
Chris Brown is 33. Usher is 40, like 2 or whatever. That's kind of close.
Usher like 90s into 2000s.
Okay.
Chris Brown didn't come out till we was in high school, like mid 2000s.
Okay, that is true.
So it's like, yeah, they gonna have some hits now.
Right.
They gonna have some
hits. And some dance. They gonna be dancing.
Usher ain't gonna be dancing like that.
How much you want to bet? If Genuine,
and look how Genuine look. They done made that boy into a meme and all kind of stuff.
Burp. Okay.
He looked bad doing that though.
Yeah. But I feel like Chris Brown and Usher definitely would have some dance moves.
Yeah, for sure. I don't really see nobody else like to put Chris Brown against.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's somebody out there, but it's 2 different genres, so I wouldn't even say it.
Speaking of Chris Brown, his album came out today.
It
it's
did.
Few albums that came out today.
It did. They did. My bad.
Yeah. Giveon came out today.
Yeah. Hey, I liked it so far.
You like the album?
Yeah, I like it so far.
Chris Brown, did you finish that one?
I did not. It's so many songs.
Always 24 songs on there.
And I haven't seen 24 songs since like 2004 or beyond that time.
No, but he always has.
No. I'm saying like I know last time he did 40 something. 40 something songs
on Indigo.
I'm saying most of your regular R&B artists are not putting out 20 something songs.
Right.
So I'm saying I hadn't seen that many songs on not just Chris Brown. I'm talking about the album in general.
Right.
20 something songs. That's unheard of in these times. Man.
I know that's a lot. And I'm bringing up Chris Brown a lot because he's been like on everything lately. Every time I get on social media, I see something about Chris Brown. Mm-hmm. One thing in particular, what's the show that with Nori, his little
Drink Champ?
Yes, his podcast. So Chris Brown was on that show, and he talked about how he was compared to Michael Jackson, or how people are saying he's a better artist than Michael Jackson.
What you feel?
Joe Budden in particular said that. First of all, Joe Budden, I like his show. Sometimes Joe Budden says some crazy stuff, and that's one of them. Yeah. There's not a comparison.
Nah, I wouldn't even compare the two, man.
No, that's disrespectful.
Ray J say apples and oranges.
Yeah, that's what he said last time. I was like, what is Ray J talking about?
Don't compare apples and oranges.
Yeah, I mean, there's some influence, definitely. Everybody's influenced by Michael Jackson, but it's just like Chris Brown can't even come to a show and complete it all the way.
Yeah, man. I remember when he came to Houston, my old barbershop, man. It was dudes took their daughters in there. They was mad. Like, Chris Brown did 30 minutes and left.
Yeah.
And he was like an hour late to the stage. I'm like, what?
Yes.
They was pissed off, man.
Chris Brown has yet to have a successful show in Houston in
drugs,
years.
Man, them drugs.
I didn't want to say that. Stay off that shit.
Stay off that shit, man.
I ain't want to say that, but it's like, because I like Chris Brown music. Yeah. But it's like, boy.
Yeah, get your life together.
There's no comparing him and Michael Jackson now.
No. I wouldn't even do that, though. Just being honest, man. Michael Jackson is Michael. Just like I wouldn't compare nobody to Beyonce. I know it's people you can put up there with Beyonce. Well, not in my eyes, but.
Who?
I said not in my eyes.
Okay.
But there are people that be like, oh, you can do this with Beyonce, whatever. Michael Jackson saying, I don't think nobody is. You can't even compare him because he started the popular artist. Not saying he was the first popular artist, but like as a solo individual black artist at that time, who was bigger than Michael Jackson?
Right.
Nobody.
Right.
Like, this dude had it.
Right.
Chris Brown, on the other hand, he's popping, but he ain't popping like Michael Jackson was popping.
Yeah, and Chris Brown could have been popping if none of that, all that domestic violence happened with Rihanna.
That slowed him down. That's when he was in his bag, and then that happened, and then it was like he disappeared because he had to. You know what I'm saying? Well, not because he had to. People was trying to write that boy off.
They did.
And I low-key read them out, too.
It's you and me.
Started doing gum commercials. I was like, yeah.
Then that gum commercial was gone.
Yeah,
man. Poor Chris Brown.
Yeah, definitely I know Michael Jackson, though, man. Have you listened to the album, though?
Chris Brown, I did listen to a little bit last night. He has a lot of features. See, he's starting to do that now. He has a feature on every single song, which I'm okay with. I mean, it's cool if that's your thing, you know. But he did that on another album. But I did, yeah. I like Chris Brown. What I like about Chris Brown is like a Lil Wayne. He can be on a lot of singles. If you go through his single catalog, you're like, dang, he got a lot of singles with a lot of different artists. Mm-hmm. So I do like that about him. I was confused why people were mad that Normani wanted to be in his video. I get that she has a Fenty contract, but what does that have to do with anything?
Well, from the people's standpoint, what it was how do you rock with Rihanna and then you doing something? I don't care what you do, but that's what the people were saying. How you rock with Rihanna, but you up here doing XYZ with Chris Brown? And you gotta separate personal from business, even though they both business ventures. Mm-hmm. Her being with Fenty, her doing the dance, whatever, with Chris Brown in the video. Them business ventures for her. You know what I'm saying? We are outside, not we, but you know, people, Twitter, social media, whatever, they outside looking in like, oh, you mess with Rihanna and then you doing this with Chris Brown. Like, they did that to Lizzo too. I don't know what Lizzo did with Chris Brown, but they tried to cancel her too. Like, oh, how you with Fenty and you mess with Chris Brown and da-da-da-da-da. Man, look, man, these people gonna do what they want to do, man.
But my thing is, if we keep it real, I'm a bad gal, Riri.
Oh, I was like, huh?
Bad gal. I am a fan of Rihanna.
Hey, me too.
Back up. One of the biggest fans of Rihanna. If we keep it 100, Rihanna still was talking to Chris Brown after the incident. Why?
Toxic, man. Toxic.
I mean, so how are they going to get mad at these other artists for working with Chris Brown? Rihanna was still hanging with him.
Yeah, toxic, man.
Yeah, well, that's the whole point of why him and Karrueche broke up.
Karrueche.
They were at a basketball game together.
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all didn't cancel Rihanna?
Hey, man. You know, people turn a blind eye to certain stuff. I ain't see nothing.
Exactly. Now y'all on Normani's case.
I ain't see nothing.
Normani, girl, get that dance back.
You know, low key people be hating her. They be like, oh, Normani, she got to be up on Chris Brown. You know, you with Fenty though. What you doing? I wish that was me, low key.
Yeah, that's all.
They be on that stuff, man. But I ain't see nothing wrong with it, man. It's just a music video,
right?
I like Rihanna. You know, I love Rihanna, but I never go that far and to be like, oh, you do XYZ. Why you doing this?
Right.
That's too much. Get your bag, man.
Yeah, I don't care what you do.
Get your bag, man.
Okay, and another thing we wanted to talk about the release of Drake's album.
Yes, sir.
Boom, 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 boom.
They call it music.
And let me tell y'all, Brett, I mean, I'm a big Drake fan, but Brett is like, he loves Drake.
Yeah, Drake, my dog. We got the same birthday.
Yep.
10/24, OVO. You feel me?
Yep. Brett is a huge Drake fan. I'm also a huge. I like a lot of artists, but I'm also a huge Drake fan. So what do you think about the album, baby? Tell the people.
Well, you know, I kept it real, man. I when it comes to music, man, I don't just have one genre that I listen to. Mm-hmm. You know, I love music all across the board. So my first take on the Drake album, you know, your first listen is different from your second listen.
Right.
My first listen, I messed with it. I'm like, oh, this tight. Like, I was just letting it run. You know, most people, they skip songs looking for the songs with the beats and the raps. And I ain't do that. I let it run. Mm-hmm. And when I let it run, I'm like, this actually a vibe. This give me like vacay vibes, man. Like, summertime. It was a summer album, man. Like, so I like the album. I know people don't really have that much exposure to like house music or music, like they say. You know what I'm saying? So when people don't have that much exposure to that type of stuff, they don't like it. Like, oh, this that Zara, Forever 21, Express music, and I'm like, yeah, this that summer vibes, vacation vibes music, which is cool. And then what made it even funnier, Beyonce single, same type of vibe, house music. So I didn't hear nobody complaining about that.
No, not one person complained about Beyonce.
Like, I like some songs on there. I'm not saying every song, because every song is not to my liking, but it is some gems on there, you know, some hits on there.
Yeah.
That I really did like, man. So what you feel about it?
I love the name of the album.
Yeah, that was cold right there.
Honestly, never mind. That's just like, I love the name.
And hold on, before you go into detail too, did you know that it was dedicated to Virgil?
I think I read that. You know how he does his Apple.
Yeah, like description.
Yeah. I think I read that on there.
Yeah, it's on there.
Yeah. So yeah, I did.
So that's another thing. Like, you know, people don't read the description. It was dedicated to Virgil. Yeah. Like, Virgil was, rest in peace, the head designer for Louis Vuitton. So of course, Runway, that's the scene. You know what I'm saying? So
hence the fact why they're in clothing stores, that type of music.
Yeah.
Back to what people don't read the description. That's crazy, because you know when you used to buy a CD back in the day, the CD books had the lyrics, and then they had who wrote the songs, who produced the song, and they had the thank yous,
samples,
all of that. So people read the descriptions because it gives you so much insight. Yeah,
give you the story of how the album, or why the album was made, or like the time period or the space they was in when they made it.
Yeah, I love that Apple does that.
For sure, I love that too, man.
But my opinion on Drake's new album, I agree. I do like it. Drake is not really doing a new genre, because he, you know, sometimes has songs that got the on his album.
Yeah, some old albums.
Yeah, so I do like it. It is a vibe. I'm okay with it. It's not my favorite.
Cool. Yeah, I'm cool. It's just like 808 and Heartbreakers. People wasn't messing with it. I liked it. I love the album.
I did. I love that album. But it's not my favorite, but I listen to it, yes.
Yeah, for sure.
And Beyonce new song, I loved it.
See, I hadn't really listened to it. Well, I listened to it. That's how I know what type of vibe it was. But like,
it was more empowering for women. So yeah, I loved it. I just anything for Beyonce.
Anything for B.
Yeah.
That's how I feel too. Anything.
Back up. What you told me last week, babe? Okay, Beehive.
The Beehive gonna sting you.
No, I'm not a part of the Beehive, because I'm not gonna go under people's pictures and put bees. But I will defend my sister, my Houstonian sister.
Fellow Houstonian for sure.
Yes, I will.
Yeah, and then I saw where, you know, Drake also. It's considered a dance album. It's #1 dance album
I saw
Apple
that
history.
Yeah, I saw that genre change at the top.
Yeah, that was pretty cool too. Pretty dope. Is to me how I look at it as Drake as an artist is he's being versatile. Like, and I can do multiple things,
and nothing's wrong with that. Please be versatile.
Man, be versatile, man.
Because that's how you get your money.
Yeah, you got your hand in different bags,
pots,
man.
Yes, he's being smart.
Yeah, I like the move. Like, I don't have no issue with it. Like, I don't have no issue with it at all, man.
And eventually, people will catch on. That's how things always happen.
Yeah, for sure.
So today we have an interesting topic to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
And we actually talk about this a lot.
A lot, yeah.
Which is funny. We'll talk about like our experience, and then if we know somebody else, we'll be like,
Yeah. Hand on chin.
Yeah. So today we're going to talk about living together before you get married. Yes. Living together before you get engaged, living together sharing your space together.
Two coming to one, man.
Yes.
Like, not even engaged. Even if you just in a serious relationship and y'all combine y'all lives, man, and decide to live together. So,
which is a huge step in a relationship.
Yeah, it is. That's a big step in a relationship, man. I mean, it's for real. Well, for some people. I can't speak for everybody.
So, babe, do you think that you benefit from living together prior to you saying I do?
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. And I say that because it's stuff that we went through living together before marriage that probably would have happened when we got married, and then there's no telling how that first year of marriage would have went. Our first year of marriage was great.
Yeah.
So we got all the stuff out the way, all this combining lives out the way, all this how I operate, all this what we cooking, all this what I want the house to look like, all this furniture, all this out the way. Mm-hmm. We're not coming after a marriage then trying to combine two households into one.
Right.
We skipped not skipped. We went through it early.
Right.
So by the time we got married, smooth transition.
And what's funny is, back in the day, people used to view that as very
shacking up.
Yeah, shacking up. That's what they called it. You're shacking up.
But see, that's an old term to me because shacking up to me, in my eyes, is somebody who's a partners living together with no intention of getting married. To me, that's what shacking up
agree.
Is. Not two people coming together that want to be married, want to, spend life together. That's not shacking up to me. Shacking up is you ain't even trying to do nothing. You just, look, we surviving.
And yeah, it's the opposite. It used to be, living together before you got married was taboo. And now it's like if you don't live together before you get married,
it's kind of like, shoot.
It's taboo.
Yeah, catch-22, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A catch-22. So, I mean, it was definitely an adjustment, though, us combining households. And I say adjustment, it wasn't like how y'all think. It was more so like I had my space, she had her space, but we was always at each other's spaces. And then we was like, hey, let's combine, cause
let's back up and let's start from the beginning of our story.
Yeah, go ahead.
Of how we got to that point and how we transitioned into living with each other.
Yeah, go ahead. You want to start first?
Yeah, I'll start.
Go ahead.
So how we initially, we laughing already. How we initially, okay, in the beginning of our relationship, I was kind of Speedy Gonzalez, just a little bit, because I was so I was so happy. Not saying I'm not happy now, but I was just like super excited. I was like, oh my god, da da da.
Yeah,
everything was going well.
That's that B. Brooks experience.
Boy,
I understand though.
Everything was going well.
Okay.
So I brought up the idea of us moving in together first.
Yeah.
And I think it was like the second year we were together, maybe. It
was the second year, yeah.
And Brett was like, whoa.
Slow down.
Hold your horses.
I just want to get to know you.
He was like, we just came from a rough first year.
Brett V, Bobby V.
Shut up, boy. We are on our second year. Let's slow down a little bit.
Let's pump the brakes.
So I was like, okay. My lease was coming up or whatever. I wasn't going to resign in that apartment. I was like, either we're going to move together or I'm going to move back home because I just don't see the point of me signing another lease.
Yeah.
And I was in the transitioning of jobs as well.
Oh, yeah. That too.
Yeah. So I was like, let me go back home. Let me stack my... First of all, I'm always going back home. Let's start there.
Look, ain't nothing wrong. Look, hey, y'all, ain't nothing wrong with going back to mama's house.
I'm always going back home, but I went back home.
If you got some real parents, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut y'all. You got some real parents, they are always going to have open arms, man. Ain't nothing wrong with going back home for a little bit, stack your money and get back out.
Yeah, so I went back home, lived with my mom and my dad, but Brett still had his place.
Yeah.
So
I still had my little spot, man.
Ooh, tell the people about your spot.
Trap house booming, man. Trap house Booming.
But what's funny, y'all, I would only stay there during the winter months. During the summer months,
Man,
I was not there.
Hey, we not talking about from field. It was a lot of trees in the neighborhood, so you had roaches out the wazoo.
If you live in Houston,
or in a wooded area, especially my people that grew up in Inwood, y'all know, man. Acres Home, y'all know. Northside Pier.
Yeah, y'all
Northeast,
know.
y'all know. Them flying roaches,
they
real
come
deal.
out at night. If you got a lot of trees,
The phrase come out of.
I am like terrified
of roaches. She will like somebody could rob her with a roach. Get out this car.
I'm giving them the whole call.
You want my wallet too? Like, what you want?
My shirt, my pants. I don't care what, my socks. You can have it all, everything. Because baby, I don't play about roaches.
She don't play about roaches. So
nope.
Yeah, back then, man, I was, you know how Houston, man, trees, flying roaches. We ain't talking about no field. Y'all got me confused with somebody that ain't no field. Just flying roaches. That's it. So she would come over when, was it winter months?
So let me back up a little bit. Brett, the house that he lived in is a family house. So his family owns
for a long time.
His family owns the home. And different family members have lived in the home. And so Brett and his best friend decided to move. His brother decided to move into the home to occupy it until they decided.
Until we find a new, because they wanted to sell. That's how it started. They wanted to sell the house, and I was like, nah, I'll stay in it. I'll find somebody staying there with me. So we stayed in there pretty much until they was able to find somebody to stay in there while I'm saying it wouldn't just be vacant.
Right.
So that's what we did.
Right. So while Brett stayed there in the family house, I decided to, stay with my parents, but then I would go see Brett.
During the
week. I mean, I was barely at my parents' house. Maybe once or twice throughout the week I was with, because think about you 26, 27, going on 27, staying with your mom and your dad, and you like, oh.
We got another episode on that one.
I'm like, oh my God.
We got another episode.
So I would literally come home for like a couple of hours, get some more clothes, and be like, all right, Mom, I'm gone. And she'd be like, dang, okay, bye.
Already?
Yeah. So that's what I did. But if it was hot outside like it is right now, summertime in Houston, if you live here, you know how it feels.
Man.
I was not there.
Not there. Guess who was, though? Me.
Yeah, I was not there.
The turning point.
But let me say this.
Oh, go ahead.
Go there.
Go ahead.
And prior to that, Brett was also coming to my apartment. But before I, decided to not renew my lease, Brett was spending the night at my apartment.
It was what, 15 minutes from my job?
Yes.
10, 15
So he
minutes?
was there a lot.
Yeah.
And my parents are the type of parents where they're like, no.
Same.
Are you married?
Same.
Are you married? Okay, no. They cannot spend a night here. Same. I don't care. Unless you're married. So Brett was not allowed to spend the night at my parents' house. Of course, he was able to visit or whatever.
And I didn't want to.
Yeah.
Grown man.
Yeah.
Come on now.
We would chill, in my room sometimes, in the living room most of the time, but yeah.
Nothing more than that.
Nothing more than that. Yeah. Not disrespecting my parents' house.
Yeah, for sure.
So what were you about to say, baby?
The turning point to where we moved in together was that Sunday I came home.
Oh yeah.
I just had the house.
Yep. Exterminated.
I came home, bruh, to my restroom. It was like 8 roaches in a row. Dead. And we weren't supposed to move in until like July. I called baby. I said, can we get that date moved up a little quicker?
Well, let me tell the people the background. You be jumping. Okay, so this is what happened. Brett finally decided. You jumped a lot. Brett finally, we got in conversation about moving in together, right? But prior to him moving or saying yes, he wanted to make sure his mom was comfortable with it. Because
she old school, so
she's old school.
I just want to make sure, like, I'm not moving with no ill intentions. I'm moving because I know what I want to do.
Yeah. Like we were together maybe 2.5 years, and it was a lot of conversation about it because it was a lot of me being with him at his house, and just the conversation was more so of we could combine our money, we could combine our bills. Mm-hmm. Like, we're wasting money. You know what I'm saying?
Having 2 spots.
Yeah. And so versus me getting another spot, you have your spot. We're just wasting money because we're together every single day. Seriously. Yeah. So why aren't we moving to the direction of moving in together? Mm-hmm. So then that turned into, if we move in together, is this a test run? Like, is this a good thing before we get married? Or what does that look like? Like, it was really a nervous place to be in.
It was, but we came to the conclusion that, man, this is going to help us more than it's going to hurt us. Yeah. And it did help us more than it hurt us. Yeah. And that's what changed. I ain't going to say really changed. That solidified my perspective on living together before being married. Because it's easy to be with somebody when you can go back to your own spot because you're not really living there. You don't really see how they operate on a day-to-day. You don't see that they do X, Y, Z, whatever the case may be. You don't see that because you're going back home. When you combine, man, it's a little different. So, that first couple of months we combined, like, what?
Where are you going to now? The first couple? No, let's go back.
No, I wasn't finna go in detail. Okay, I wasn't finna go in detail. I was just saying, like, it helped us. Like, them first couple of months, I couldn't imagine going through that, like, being newlyweds. Mm-hmm. And not saying, like, it was no bad stuff. It's just an adjustment. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I wasn't going in detail. I was just going to say that little piece.
So let's talk about how, you asked your mom about moving in, and how did that conversation go? And why did you ask Mimi?
Just out of respect. Just out of respect for my mom. That's it. Like, conversation was cool. Like, mm-hmm. she was like, you getting older, you growing, you know what you want to do.
Yeah. Because it's, like we said, it's taboo to the older generation.
Yeah, and I don't want to just be disrespectful. Like,
right.
Like, oh, I just wanted, like, a blessing type. Like, hey, I just need the blessing. Like, this is what I'm doing.
Because it's your first time moving in with
like,
a woman.
Yeah. And let her know, like, solidify, like, confirm. Like, I'm serious about this. This ain't, like, I ain't trying to be no baby daddy. Like, no.
Yeah.
What they call it? I was about to say co-parent. Common law married. I don't want to be common law married. Like, I already knew, like, at that point in time, like, we locked in. This is finna be my wife. Yeah. So, that's how that went.
And I also had a conversation with my dad about it. I was just like, we're going to look. He was not, like, saying no, but he was just like, kind of like, hey, y'all better get married. Yeah. And then my mama had to get on his case, and she was like, look, we lived together before we got married. Like, who are you to say y'all better get married, Yeah. But he's just being a dad.
Yeah, just being a dad. Man, people be traditional, man. We not traditional people. Like me.
At all. We are not traditional. If people know anything about us, we are not traditional.
Man, we do things our own way. We do what works for our relationship. We're not traditional at all.
Okay, so now we could jump to, we went to go look at apartments. We toured the apartments. We decided on one apartment, and I think our move-in date was, do you remember, babe?
I don't remember.
Well, it was like later in the summer, but we had to move it up because Brett came home to the trap house, and and y'all, I don't want y'all to. It's just an older house.
Yeah, it ain't no trap house.
It's not a trap
older house. Homestead, Tidwell area, right next to Tidwell Park. Man, y'all know.
It's just an older house that was paid for.
Area has changed.
Yes, not the best area.
So we say trap. We saying that as a joke. It's not.
Yeah, it wasn't a trap house. The house had been redone. Yeah. Redid.
Remodeled. There we go.
I'm so ghetto. But
okay.
Yeah, I just
ghetto's a place.
I didn't want to live there because that was also an option at one time.
I didn't want to live there either.
Yeah.
It was you always bring up that was an option. It was an option because the way Houston is going.
Right.
I didn't want to live there.
Right.
But the way Houston is going, still to this day, every piece
it's good
of
to
the
have
hood
that.
is getting gentrified. Believe it or not, Northeast Houston, Homestead, that is going to be gone the next 5 to 10 years.
It's already happening.
It's already happening.
Yeah.
It's in the process.
Yeah.
It's going to be gone.
So, and it's important to keep that property. It's important.
That's what we don't do as black people. We so quick to sell our properties, and then when it come around to the hood, you done sold the property for $50,000. They didn't put $3 million, $500,000 condos on it, and now you like, dang, I got $50,000 out of it, and they getting, you know what I'm saying, whatever. So
I think it's that's why I'm grateful that that house is still in the family, and that
for sure.
you are like kind of overseeing the house, the home.
Manager.
Yeah, you're like the property manager. So thank God for that. It is a blessing in disguise. For sure. But that day Brett called me, I was not, like I told you, I was not there in the summer. So that day he called me, he said, "Babe,
I was done. I'm like, I can't live like this no more, man." Then it used to get super hot in the house. It wouldn't get cool until nighttime, bro.
We were going through the trenches. You always tell people
in the trenches.
You always tell people, baby was with me through the
thugging.
Was thugging
in the
with
trenches
me.
with your boy, man.
I was. That must have been some real love.
Real love.
I mean, I'm just thinking back, like I was really.
I'm searching for
real love.
Oh no.
But wait, even when you and C-Dun moved out, I remember I was like, I'm not gonna be here while y'all moving stuff.
Oh, yeah, he was too scared, and the crazy part was it wasn't even nothing in there because he got exterminated. So,
yeah,
there wasn't nothing in there.
So we decided to move in our first year moving in.
We moved to Atascocita.
Yes, we moved to Atascocita.
How am I jumping?
No, you're not jumping.
I'm about to say we did move to Atascocita.
Yeah, we moved out to Atascocita. So how did you feel about our first year living together?
The first year was fun, man. I call it the Astroworld year, man. Full of roller coasters.
Really?
Yeah.
You said it was fun.
It was fun. You look back on it now, yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, I mean,
not like fun, but like it's a part of the journey.
It was
we wouldn't have been here if it wasn't for that.
Oh yeah, it was an adjustment. Yeah, definitely
it's part of the journey.
It was, and we mean an adjustment by like just getting comfortable with living with someone.
Yeah, and combining like your finances and all that.
Yeah.
Like I had never done that. I don't know what y'all be doing.
I was excited to do it. I was like, oh yes, because that's like money management. That's like my thing. I'm like,
yeah. I ain't gonna lie. She was part of the reason I got straight on that money end. Outside of me just maturing, you know what I'm saying, she got me right on that money end. Cause I also used to operating by myself. Like it was just I wasn't used to having somebody look at my account like, why you did this? Why you did that? Da, 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 da. Like, man, get out of my account. Our account.
Yeah.
But nah, she really got me straight on like the financial side, which is cool. It's a blessing in disguise as well. Because I really didn't have like that financial
literacy.
Not even that. Discipline. That's the word I'm looking for.
Okay.
Financial discipline.
Okay.
Yeah, so you definitely helped me out when we combined.
And I also think that living together before we got married was really a test run to see if we really wanted to be in a not a fully committed relationship, but fully committed to our future marriage.
Union, our bond, friendship, all of the above.
Yeah. So our first year, you said it was like Astroworld. Why'd you say that? Because it was a lot of
ups and downs.
Roller coaster,
roller coaster go up and down. So
mm-hmm.
there's a lot of good times, a lot of bad times. more good times than bad. So
yeah. And then we decided to move from that apartment after we lived there for 2 years.
yeah.
We decided to
Why did we move?
because we wanted to experience living downtown.
Not only that, the apartments got real janky.
Oh yeah.
Not janky, but like the management changed and
Oh yeah.
you know, they started letting everybody stay over there, so it was time to dip.
Oh yeah.
And then we also was like, well, we want to experience living downtown because, you know, we both love the city of Houston like none other. So we was like, you know what? Before we get a house, we going to live downtown. So we did.
Yep, we lived downtown. And we moved downtown in January of 2020. And then...
December of 2019.
Oh, December, you're right. December of 2019. And then COVID happened in March of 2020.
Man. Shut us down. We was just getting active too.
Just turning up having fun.
Active,
oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
We were doing a lot.
Man.
Almost every single day.
Well, now that it's over, I can admit that I was in the club one time during the I was on Instagram. Somebody, y'all in the club. Yeah, I was in the spot.
Nervous as hell.
And look. The fire, this one I knew COVID and that quarantine was real. The fire marshal and HBD came in there and literally shut it down.
That is funny.
Too many people in here. It's COVID. Y'all shut it down. We going home. So I'm like, dang, this COVID stuff must be for real, for real.
That is hilarious.
But yeah, man. No shot shotty, man. I ain't get COVID till I got the shot. So what they tell you, man?
That's hilarious.
Hey, man.
So yeah, that's just, and then once we realized, okay, we're paying a lot of money to live downtown, that's when we decided to build a house. Yeah. And then of course we were married at that point, but that's just the background story of us moving in together.
Yeah, back to the cedar, man. Back to that cedar.
To Atascocita Thugs.
Yeah, man, Atascocita Thugs come out swinging. Carl Lewis singing.
You dumb baby. So I got a couple of questions for you.
What's up?
Do you feel like us living together prior to our marriage helped us?
I thought you just asked me.
Oh, I did? Oh, my bad.
I think you had, yeah, it did help us.
Okay. Do you think that it made us realize that this is where we want to be within the marriage?
Sure.
Yeah.
It's definitely put the stamp on it, put the check mark next to it. Like, oh yeah, this it for sure.
And how did we execute our roles within living together?
When you say roles, what you mean? I'm sounding like R. Kelly.
Like, like, okay, who was over finances? Who was over this? Who did that?
Oh, with that, we just did with, we figured that out by doing, okay, who's good at what area?
Right.
And that's the area you're going to be over.
That is true.
So we went on that 1954 stuff where the man got to do everything. Because, y'all, being realistic, man, you don't know how to do everything. Even if you the breadwinner, that don't mean you know how to manage money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just because you good with whatever, car note, maintenance, grad, whatever, that don't mean that you supposed to do it. You know what I'm saying? I heard somebody, I don't know what I was listening to, but they was like, just because the mechanic is good at fixing cars don't mean he good at running the books.
Right.
He good at fixing cars.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So with us, it was more so finding an area that we was good at, and it's like, okay, this is your area, this is my area, and then boom. It wasn't no 100-0. It was 50, real life 50-50. We went in on everything, like no gender roles, none of that.
Yeah. In combining our money was something I always believed in. I don't believe, and a lot of people, I mean, it worked for different people. Everybody's different, right?
Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah. So, but for us, it made more sense to combine our money.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because then we can kind of make sure we're allocating to the right accounts, I guess. Making sure that our bills are paid.
Everything's
covered before we just go out and have our fun, because we had a lot of fun before we had Chase. So It just made more sense.
Yeah, it's to me, it's a blessing. Like I know people like, oh, can't share no fun. Look, you can have a joint account and still have your own account.
Yeah, which we did at first, but then that didn't even last.
We just end up letting them close.
Yeah, we closed both.
We weren't even using them.
At all.
Cause anything that we want, like we just tell, hey, babe, I'm gonna get this,
or we discussed it first.
Or we just discussed it, like, but it wasn't like, oh, I gotta put this money over here because I don't want you to see me getting it. Nah, hey, I want some shoes. They come out this day. I'm just letting you know, I'm gonna have the money. Da da da. Boom, boom, boom.
We budget for it.
Yeah, for sure. Budget for like the extra expenses.
But if it was something wild that Brett wanted, like maybe he wanted something for his car that maybe was a little pricey, then we would probably save for it months in advance. That way,
I mean that's that's normal stuff, man.
Yeah,
doing that anyway.
But you know what question I got before? How did you get Brett to agree to combine y'all's accounts? Somebody asked me that before.
It wasn't even about me agreeing. It's just once you look at the numbers, once you do whatever you need to do, research or analytics or whatever, man, 2 is better than 1.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't no mathematician. I ain't no scientist. 2 is better than 1.
Yeah.
And if that don't make sense to you, I don't know what will. But that's what got me. 2 is better than 1.
Yeah.
So
it wasn't because you knew, oh, she's gonna be my wife, I might as well.
Part of that, yeah. I mean, part of that, yes, but like that wasn't like no soul fuck like, oh, this is gonna be my wife, so I need to combine. Because technically, I didn't have to do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have to combine money. I made that decision just because it was smart and just so happened that we was gonna be married, so it was the right move. 2 is better than 1.
And not only did we figure out our money and how that benefited our relationship, we also did not, like Brett said, we didn't have gender roles. Like it wasn't like, oh, I'm just cleaning the house because I'm a woman. I'm just cooking.
I'm doing the laundry.
I'm doing the laundry. Matter of fact, y'all haven't did laundry in months. Brett does the laundry.
I do the laundry. I fold the clothes. I hang the clothes up. We both cook.
Brett, I mean,
she don't take out no trash though. I don't expect her to.
That's the laundry, I haven't touched the load in so long. I can't even tell you the last time I did laundry. I came home the other day and my hanging up clothes were on hangers already.
My hanging up clothes.
What are they called?
My clothes to be hung up were already on hangers. Correction.
They knew what I meant. Shoot, y'all got it. Anyway, they were already on hangers.
Yeah, be Bruce experience.
And I just put them in the closet.
And you know I ain't finished, man. We ran out of beads, man. Downy beads.
See, look, and he tells me, babe, we're out of this and this, and I put it on the grocery list. So I do make sure. It's so funny that we just
teamwork.
It's
make the
teamwork.
Dream work,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Teamwork make the dream work.
It just works for us.
Yeah, we
it
do
really
what
does.
works for our relationship. We don't look at what social media really had you messed up.
They do.
They say you got to do this way at this time. Nah, man, do what work for you, man. We do what work for us, and this relationship and this union is bond, and that what works, man. We keep going with it. So
yeah.
We create our own rules. We create our own way. We ride our own way. Create our own vibe, man. That's what we do.
Yeah.
That's just facts.
So, what else was I gonna say? We talked about laundry, cooking.
Oh yeah, we both.
We both cook, yeah. And at one point, Brett was cooking more than I was cooking. Look at me, I'm just like,
nah, it's cool.
Just because you like to cook, I like to cook. No, but it did kind of change. It went to one point. You kind of lost your little feeling of cooking. So I was cooking a lot.
Yeah, and
a lot.
It came back. It come in waves, honestly.
Yeah.
I think that's what works for us. Because there be times you don't feel like cooking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, I feel like cooking. And vice versa. It's like.
But do you? Go ahead.
No.
Do you think people still keep up with that? Like, you're the man. You need to do
ABC.
ABC.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Because that's all they know. That's all they've seen.
I just can't live that type of life.
I'm not living that type of life.
And when I grew up, my daddy was cleaning. He wasn't cooking because he can't cook.
Oh, mine was cooking.
But my daddy would clean the whole house. He would get on us if we walked on the vacuum lines. Like he was just, he was just like a cleaner.
You don't even know I mopped yesterday, huh?
No, shit. I couldn't tell.
Well, you didn't pay attention.
Oh, okay. But
nah, don't try to play
my
me. I'm not laughing.
Baby. My dad. Okay, we're gonna get to that. My dad.
I'm not laughing.
Y'all should see Brett face. My dad, he used to wash clothes too. So like it was informed for me to, come into my marriage or my relationship where you're doing things that a woman supposedly is supposed to do.
Yeah. That's that 1950, 1940, the jazz era. Hey man, we out of them times.
Oh yeah,
we are out of them times. Yeah, that's how Papa and them used to do it. But Papa and them also had kids with other people
down the street,
next door neighbor. Like, come on now, yeah, Papa was doing all this, and you gotta think women wasn't working back then, or if they was making a bare minimum. So yeah, they at home all the time. So of course, if I'm at home, I'm gonna cook, fold clothes, do laundry, do this, and cause what else I'm gonna do?
Yeah, not play the game all day.
Yeah, hey, these new dudes different, man. So they like, hey, look, I'm playing the game. You need to be cooking the food, and when I'm off the game, my plate needs to be on the table.
And that, helps me not be so stressed out with household work because. I work full time. I come home. I'm a full time wife. I'm a full time mom. Like I still have all these responsibilities. So if I ask you to do a few tasks that needs to be done around the house, like, and you're at home maybe because you're home for the summer, what is the? Or you get off earlier than I do. What is the issue? Yeah. Why not? I don't understand that.
Yeah.
I mean, but within our gender roles, do you still feel like the man in the house?
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
I'm just asking because that's what a lot of people ask. I'm asking because that's what people ask.
I'm not saying towards you. I'm like, of course, don't nothing ever make me feel less than a man. I've seen dudes they got out and made more than them, and they feel like I'm doing less because she make more. Who? If you was a millionaire, I say when you become a millionaire.
Yeah.
Because we going to get that. But anyway, if you was a millionaire, man, and I was a thousandaire, I would not be tripping. Because what's mine is yours.
Yeah,
that is true. Su casa. I don't even know what that means.
My house is your house.
My bread is your bread.
Yeah.
Me money is your monies. Me money, su monies.
So it doesn't bother you that
it don't bother me at all.
Take over the finances.
It does not bother me at all.
Okay.
I don't.
It don't bother me either. I don't like you said. We're not traditional.
Oh, go ahead, do da with the money. I've learned so much from watching you. I've learned how to manage money at this point now.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't care nothing about that. I don't feel less of a man because my hand out on all the money. Like I don't care nothing about that.
Is there anything that you feel like you want me to do more of from your duties in the house?
No.
You feel like we're pretty much even when it comes to...
we ain't even taking tabs.
Well, not even, but you know what I mean. Like, we both carry our weight around the house.
Yeah, we carry our weight around here.
Okay. Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah, you know you're my baby girl.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, because I would cut the grass. I used to cut the grass. we have a grass. We have a yard, man. But listen.
Mr. Benjamin.
Listen, I cut the grass one time in my life, and I think I did a pretty good job.
You know why I don't cut grass no more?
Why?
I cut grass my whole life. I'm tired of cutting grass.
Yeah.
My Saturdays used to be gone.
Because you was cutting all that grass.
Wake up and be like, we going to Prairie View to cut the Prairie View property. What? Huh? I'm talking about acres. Cutting the property and you probably get done by 5 p.m. Then you got to drive back home. You get home And you like, nah, it's 7 o'clock. I can't even go to the movies, bro. Or I could, but you so tired. You like,
Verse said, I'm not living that life no more.
I'm not doing that no more, man. And then you got to cut your own grass. So if you wasn't going out there on Saturday, you waking up cutting your own grass. Like, dog. So I'm tired of cutting grass. That's at Rieta, I started cutting the grass. And that, I say Rieta, that's the rent house my family owned.
That's the trap house, y'all.
Trap house. I started out cutting the grass. For that first year, that full first year, I cut the grass. And I said, I'm not doing this no more. I'm not doing this, man. It's too hot. It take too much time. Then you got to sweep. Then you got to blow this. It's too much, man.
Yeah.
Too much.
But and you're right. We really don't have, we're not traditional. It's this just came to my mind. Because I don't even care if Brett washes my car. Like, you know how it's like, this is what I saw as a kid. Like, my mom would be like, oh, your daddy needs to wash the car. Like, that's his duty. That's the job. I really don't care about that at all. I go to the car wash. I can wash my own car.
She not lying. She'll be out for work and be like, oh, I just ran to the car wash.
Yeah.
Which I'm not tripping on. Like, because now I got to the point I like to wash the cars at home. It's just we live in Houston. So
and it's hot.
It's hot.
And my car is so easy to wash. Like, I have leather seats. Leather seats is the most easiest thing to do.
I swear.
Like, yeah, I'm in and out at the car wash. I'd rather just get it over with and just wash my own car versus waiting on Brett. No, just, let me wash it.
Yeah. I don't take no offense to that.
Yeah, and I don't either. I just think that having these expectations of what the man should do in the house or what the woman should do in the house is just crazy to me.
Yeah, it's unrealistic, man.
Yeah, it is. I just, whatever works for the relationship, though.
Yeah, for sure. Teamwork make the dream work, man.
So, do you feel like spiritually or religiously, us moving in before marriage, do you feel like we were looked at a certain way?
I'm gonna say yes and no. I'm saying yes because I mean realistically, people are so traditional. Like they probably was like, oh, I wouldn't do that. But in my eyes, I'm gonna say no because I don't care.
Yeah.
every step of my journey is ordained. Like everything that happened was supposed to happen. So you can't say, oh, I did the wrong. How you know I did the wrong thing? If this is a part of my journey.
Right.
So, I mean, and spiritually, again, that's my spiritual answer. God wouldn't let that happen if it wasn't supposed to happen.
Right.
So I feel like I'm here for a reason. Every step of the journey, man, ordained is guided footsteps. So, and if they did feel some type of way, I honestly don't care.
Yeah.
It's my life. It's our life.
Right.
It's our union, our bond, our relationship. So what outside noise has to do with what we got going on, I don't care.
And I'm really happy that we did move in prior to us getting married.
Me too.
Because I just couldn't imagine, like you said, we went through so many ups and downs that first year and trying to get adjusted and trying to get on the same wavelength that I couldn't imagine being married and doing that.
And trying to do that and shake back and
from the wedding. Oh, because after the wedding, it is a shake back, okay?
Yeah, for sure.
Not in a bad way, but it's just like so much has went on. You've been planning the wedding for a year or so.
That's an episode.
Oh, and then like you have the wedding. That's a draining experience.
That's an episode.
And so like you're just in a different mind. It's just a lot. So, I'm glad that we moved in prior to it because
me too.
It gave us that time to really get to know each other and decide, okay, this is who I want to be with. Yeah, I do want to marry him. I do see us living together forever. I do see this working.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with you, man, wholeheartedly.
Okay, baby. Well, anything else you want to say?
No, ma'am. I had a great time talking to you, man.
You did?
Yeah, man. Looking at your beautiful face, too.
Thank you.
It's
so
crazy, man.
So y'all, I'm excited because next episode we're gonna have a special guest.
I have a guest on here. Oh yeah, tell them about our break. We taking a break, right?
Oh yeah. Okay, so the next episode we're gonna have a special guest, but before we, have that episode, we're going to take a break because we're going on
a little
vacation.
Yeah, we're going on a little vacay, man. So, you know, we ain't going to be doing too much.
Yeah, so we're going to take a break. We're going to skip a Friday because we'll be on vacation.
For sure.
And then you guys will hear us again for episode 4.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's going down. You feel me?
It is. I cannot wait to have a special guest.
Wait, man. It's going to be live. It's going to be A1.
Yay.
First of many, man.
Yes.
First of many. So it's going down for real, for real. Before we get out of here, man, what's your Instagram?
My Instagram is at Mrs. One for the Brooks. That's the number 1.
All right. All right. Mine is at _ Ashton Brooks. That's ASHTON, not the other way. Not Aston, Ash with the H. Ashton Brooks.
And
tap in, follow your boy, follow us.
Yes, follow both of us. And we are new to TikTok. I
ain't on that top. Man.
No, our podcast.
I know, but you know, I don't even have the app, so.
Well, our podcast is on TikTok.
Yeah, for sure. That's our manager right here.
Yeah, we're gonna be posting more on there. So if you want to follow us on TikTok, it is at One for the Brooks Podcast. That is at the number 1 for the Brooks Podcast.
Yeah, I'll tap in with us, man. Hey, look out for a YouTube coming later this year.
Yes.
Keep downloading, keep subscribing, man.
Yes.
We see y'all numbers.
Yes.
Hey, man. Hey, y'all doing the thing, man. Y'all running the numbers up, man. We got crazy numbers. This first episode, I know this episode gonna do number. I know second episode gonna do number. Man, y'all keep liking, subscribing, downloading, commenting, rating, everything you do, all of the above, man. We appreciate y'all, man.
And thank you guys for the positive feedback.
For sure, we love that, man.
Brett likes listening to the episodes over and over, and I'm like, I don't want to listen to it. I don't want to hear my voice. Yeah. But hearing the positive feedback, it makes me feel good. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate y'all, man. That's love.
Yes. So I hope you all have a great week, and I hope you enjoyed this episode.
Hey, God bless.
Love y'all.
All right. Peace out.